Hello, welcome to the vlog. Let's start by unboxing something with 8 legs. So thanks to Bugs UK, the first of our Beauty Sapphire tarantulas has arrived. The first of hopefully 5 from 3 different sources, which should give us a nice group to work with. And this should be by far the smallest one. Nicely packed, got its little ride with Royal Mail, parcel force of whoever it came with, and right in here, look at that, suspended is a very tiny creature indeed. Get that out of the way. I think my choice of housing size was quite correct. And there, well packaged, is a tiny creature that's going to become a very large creature, and also, with luck, a very beautiful creature. They are quite quick, so this could all go terribly wrong. Whoa, there it goes. There it goes. Check out Saturday's video, or yesterday's video if you're watching this sort of as it comes out, to see where some of the larger ones are going to go and the kind of enclosure she'll be in when she grows up. A tiny little thing. I'm at a 2-day event at a school in Toaster. We're set up here. Got a tarantula and a giant snail. There's a bit of ambience, but behind that screen is all kinds of weird and wonderful creatures. 16 groups coming to me today. We're halfway through. 15-minute whirlwind sort of fun animal encounters as part of their fun day. It's a 2-day event, so we've got to do it all again tomorrow. It's great. I come here every year. The weather's lovely. It is quite tiring, but it's all right. Haven't got to get oodles of facts across in that sort of 15-minute slot. Just for fun, and see if those kids can get to touch and stroke those animals. So my bit always goes down well. There's bouncy castles, there's flume, there's all kinds of things going on. Really good friends of the school group here, and they not only make the school a lot of money to reinvest in the school, but they do put on a really good fun day for those kids. Enjoy the rest of the vlog, and I'll catch you up very soon indeed. So a quick update on the sticklebacks at work in the aquarium at the Falconry Centre as part of the British Wildlife Menagerie. They're really grown on. So these were babies that were bred in my pond last year, and we have at last got a large dominant male in there. I actually thought, crikey, they're all going to be females, but somewhere in there there's a female colouring up and actually fattening up, so I'm hoping, and looks very much like she's got a spawn. And there's the male. Not the brightest looking male, but he's only a youngster. Getting his blue eyes and his kind of sort of greyish body and his reddish tummy. Annoyingly, I've got the phone setting wrong, so I can see it's flickering and picking up the flickering of the ultraviolet there. Oh, for goodness sakes, of the fluorescent light. They're having bloodworms and frozen tubifex worms right now, and they really do eat really well, but they've certainly certainly grown on. But I've got to go fishing in here in a little while, because down here, some of the toad tadpoles that got in just to add a little bit of excitement, I just put a few of the toad tadpoles in here. They've all turned into toadlets. There's a couple up there. It's time, sorry about the flickering, to get them out. The elvers, they're doing well. Thankfully we killed their white spot. We lost a few. Thankfully we've got hundreds of them in here. So they're swarming up for their food. Again, they're having frozen bloodworms, frozen tube effects, all kinds of food. They are rather good eaters now. And some of them are getting quite chunky indeed. Look at them go. Absolutely brilliant. Whew, morning, just got out of bed. Quick book review. This one here. Someone asked me, can you review any books about reptiles or terrarium keeping? Do you have any? I've got all these Falconry books, all these nature books. One really on actually keeping terrariums, and it's this one here. It's probably a little bit dated now. It was written in the 90s. It is all encompassing. It's not even a particularly large book, but it is chock full from everything from invertebrates to unusual reptiles and amphibians. Highly recommended. It's kind of the only book I've got on the subject, really. Probably the only book I ever needed. So highly recommend that. Audible. I've had two great books on the go while I've been driving around the country to different schools. One about insects, written or narrated in almost like separate lecture styles. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Well worth a listen. I think it was free on Audible, and a recent download with my free Audible token. This one about dinosaurs. That is a must read for anyone. A must read, yeah, a must listen if you like, for anyone. All the updated knowledge, well read, and it has fascinated me. And both of these books have taught me new stuff. I've learned loads of new things, but yeah, I think the dinosaur one, definitely, it was like being a kid again, but getting all the latest facts and read in such an entertaining, brilliant way. Highly recommend that on Audible, absolutely. Something else we haven't done, and that's a YouTube review for a while. So you can tell by this week's vlog and videos, my little pet project lately has been all about tarantulas. So I've been looking at various things on YouTube, talking to some great people. Yeah, I've been talking to a great guy on Messenger, on text rather. He really knows his stuff. But we're doing a YouTube channel. On YouTube, I've been watching a guy on a tarantula collective. Whether he knows anything or not is actually irrelevant to the point of why I'm recommending the channel. He does know, but it's so well shot. His videos, his talking style's really nice and easy. His videos make me envious, especially in the winter when we're in the reptile room here and we're filming different species of snakes. He's got the right kit, he's got the right setting. It's something, if this channel makes enough to sort of pay for itself and get some more kit, it's a way that I'd aspire to film stuff in here for you guys. Really nicely shot and well done videos. So check out that, just to have a look to see what I mean. I think certainly when we're not outdoors and we're filming the stuff in here, it is something to aspire to, but check that out. So we're going to see Roxy in a second. Two of her very best friends are actually with her right now. Look at this, I love it. I just love what's being created here by our fabulous gardening team at Icarus Falconry. Absolutely amazing. But come and see what Dennis has done. So this one, yeah, not a lot going on there. This is all going to be pathway, don't worry. But look at this. So Dennis has really cracked on this week. He's got the frame up, he's got a little bit of levelling up to do, and then he's going to start putting the panels on. We're going to get the fine hardcore down here, which is going to stop things digging in and digging out, of course. And then we've got to put overhangs on and landscape inside. Now it's obviously, I haven't got that fluffy mic thing on and now it's getting windy. I don't believe it. Obviously prudent to landscape before I put that front panel on. Let's go and see Roxy. Look at that. This is why you think, isn't it, where people go, oh, let her go, let her go. I don't care if she dies, let her go. You just think, absolute brain dead, aren't they? It's, you right on camera, you two?
Yeah.
Look at her. Yeah, it's just, you know, a bit like the birds. You know she's an emotive animal, but you just think, I wonder why people don't listen to you when they make them up. They won't listen to what you're saying. Like, you know, we haven't sort of netted her from the wild and forced her into captivity to satisfy our own needs. Look at that woman. They really are. She's certainly. Yeah, you can see why the whole fox hunting thing caused the furor. When now we know how emotive foxes are. Do you think it's because I like dogs and cats crossed together? Like something people associate something with. But ironically, then the thought of her being in captivity offends people, even though it's like probably because they've got a dog or a cat. It's weird, isn't it? It's loving it, isn't she? I've never seen it like this before. It's like, how fun is that?
Yeah, I'll get a bit off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Last year she
bit
molted
down,
really heavy, didn't she?
Yeah, but this time last year
She looked awful, didn't she? Do you remember?
Yeah,
Like
by the end
mangy
of July
looking.
she was very mangy, but she's
Not a
not.
nice thing to say.
She did that. She looked really mangy. So Roxy the fox is she's not her usual self, and there's a reason for that. Annie, who is probably, I don't know, her favourite person here, who puts in an awful lot of care to the menagerie. Her and her husband are on holiday somewhere where there's lots of reptiles, which makes me jealous. But yeah, she's away. She's away for quite a while, loving life. She's already messaged and said she's missing the animals, but Roxy for sure is missing those interactions with that sort of real favoured person she's got a really good bond with. But I'm sure they'll be back soon. In the meantime, everyone else is entertaining that bushy-tailed beast. Now, it's not just the wildlife areas we've put in here, of course, that's encouraging wildlife, insects and so on and so forth. It's actually things that are naturally occurring, a stone wall ivy. So up there we've got spotted flycatcher nesting in one of the holes over here. We've had a blue tit, and some of the other ones we get cold tits here. So the whole place at Falconry is a haven for wildlife. But for sure, Sue and Roy especially, and Jess that have done all this work, it really has boosted that aspect, because if you've got insects, you've got food for those baby birds. And I'm not sure if these are just fat or gravid, but they're in their pre-lace shed, the viperine females, the two biggest ones. So maybe they're gravid, who knows? Maybe it's pre-lay, maybe not. So that's a wrap on Saturday. Still all to do tomorrow on Sunday. What we're really lucky with here at Icarus Falconry is that not only do our experience day guests are just wonderful people across the board, but our weekend visitors, some of them, to be honest, I'm not, you know, we've got that sort of category where we've got our visitors, which are amazing. We've got visitors that, okay, they're not your friends, but they're more than visitors. Just wonderful people that I might not see in any other context, but they visit time and time again. They love what we're doing here at Holdenby and Icarus Falconry. And then you've got the visitors that, yeah, they're more than that. I mean, Kathy and Mike, who come every 2 weeks to spend time with Roxy the fox. Again, I don't do anything with them, but you can't just say these people are acquaintances or visitors. These are wonderful people that support this place, and we're really lucky to have such people supporting us. So everyone that comes on our open weekends or our experience days, thank you from the bottom of our heart. You actually make this place work. We need a few more of you, but you make this place work for sure. I'm wrapping up now. We're just going to do the usual thing. When you've got an animal business like this, you have to do an evening walk around. If you don't, you'll miss something. Now, it might mean that you forgot to feed someone. It might mean that the bird's been left out that's vulnerable to attack from maybe tawny owls, a little bird. You always do your walk around. It's not all about security, like the theft side and locking up. It's actually about the welfare of the animals. And if you don't, you can bet your life the Murphy's Law will kick in and something like that would have happened. So we're going to have a walk around now. Guys, thanks for watching the vlog. Thanks for watching the other channels. If you just tune into the vlog, have a look at some of the other stuff, the falconry or the exotic animals. It might not be your thing, but I reckon some of you will be interested in those things, even if it's off at a tangent to the world of nature that you're interested in. Subscribe, bell notification, tune in next time. I'll see you soon. Thank you.